it's true, but you have no clue. Zygarde is immune, so we can now conclude GXs are powerless, they run from cowardice, and I am now convinced fighting is the best ever since Sword became a thing. Trading, what else can you bring? No more damage cause Zygarde's a king. We leave the opponent gassing to get away buddy and Zygarde is so nice. The opponent might just try, but we smack them goodbye. Strong energy, boosting the damage. Prism Diancie, we are totally savage. And even a Regi, yeah that's it. And a choice band, just because we can. Strong energy, boosting the damage. Prism Diancie, we are totally savage. And even a Regi, yeah that's it. And a choice band, just because we can. Ha, yeah, episode 165. Zygarde GX, 100% form. Who's ready for the invincible Pokemon? Let's go! What's up YouTube, it's Sup TCG here and welcome to episode 165 on my channel. As you know, on my channel we always check out the latest cards and decks in town, so be sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out. And also hit the little notification bell so you're updated immediately when a new video pops up. Alright, this week we'll be taking a closer look at the new Zygarde GX from the Forbidden Light set, which will be released on the 3rd of May. As mentioned before, expect a booster box case on the channel of this brand new set, so look forward to that. And today we check out this awesome new GX. Zygarde GX is a 200 HP basic fighting type Pokemon, which is awesome. It's the 100% form, and to start it off, firstly its HP is gigantic and it's actually one of the highest we've seen so far for GX basic Pokemon, so it's already a tanky Pokemon as it is. Second, it's a fighting type, so do I need to say even anything else about that particular type, because fighting types are just dominant in the format right now. We can rely on Brooklet Hill to get Zygarde GX on the field immediately. We can make use of Strong Energy to deal an additional 20 damage. We can make use of Regirock EX to deal an additional 10 damage. And now we can even make use of the new Diancie Prism Star, which is also in the new Forbidden Light set, to deal an additional 20 damage. So that is amazing indeed. We can boost the damage output like crazy, and I didn't even mention Choice Band in the matter. So yeah, fighting types definitely have it great nowadays, which means Zygarde GX is already a big trend. Not to mention that a lot of great popular GXs are weak to fighting. Think about Zoroark GX, which he's played all around the globe and is seeing success in almost every tournament. Silvally GX, Raichu GX, and more. A lot of things are weak to fighting, and we can make good use of that with Zygarde GX. But being a fighting type also comes with a big weakness. Zygarde GX is weak to grass, which is in the current format not a great thing, because there are decks like Galissapod GX and Tapu Bulu GX, which actually do very good at the moment. We have, of course, the Zoropod deck, piloted by, of course, a lot of players, and was invented by, of course, Tord Reckliffe. So Galissapod GX is still a big contender. With first impression, we'll be able to one-shot our Zygarde GX, even if we have a Fighting Fury belt, so that doesn't even matter. But I did want to mention that Fighting Fury belt boosts the HP up to 240, and also you deal an additional damage, 10 damage with that. But I do think Choice Band is a better tool card in that regard, and also Tapu Bulu GX will just one-shot you as well. It also deals 120 damage, of course, with the Nature's Judgment, and he might just discard all of his energy cards, but that's not even necessary because he do one-shot it. So both of these Pokemon one-shot you fairly easy, so the weakness not that great. Also, it has a 3 retreat cost, which means we can potentially run Heavy Ball in our deck to search out Zygarde GX. But still, it's a high retreat cost, so definitely run a high count of Guzma, or even better, run a couple of Float Stones, depending on your build, to just get the Zygarde GX out of the active position. The good news about Zygarde GX is that it can attack for a single energy, so even if we get stranded in the active position, it's not that bad. We have the first attack. Let's check out the attacks, guys. It has the first attack, Cell Connector. It deals 50 damage for a double colorless energy, and it also has the amazing side effect. It lets you attach 2 fighting energy from your discard pile to this Pokemon, and it has to be basic fighting energies because strong energy is only a fighting type once it is attached to a fighting type Pokemon. So you cannot get out strong energies with that, although if you're on a bunch of basic fighting energies, that's already a great attack. So in theory, if we go second, and we use this attack, we can have 2 fighting energies in the discard. Yeah, let's say we have 2 energies in the discard thanks to something like a Sycamore. We can potentially get our other attacks going as soon as our second turn, of course, if we go second, because that way we can attack immediately. Also, what I like about this attack is that if we get out Diancie Prism, which as you all know has the ability to boost the damage output of our fighting type Pokemon by 20, we deal 70 damage, which is enough to knock out almost every weak basic in existence. Think about Trubbish, Grubbin, Zorua, Ralst, Alolan Vulpix, Beldum, and much more like that. So that is amazing. You can just get yourself a sneaky little prize card by knocking one of those weak Pokemon out while you just have energy acceleration with Cell Connector. Another great thing about it is that if we attach a Choice Band, bench a Diancie Prism, and also bench a Regirock EX, we can one-shot Zorua GX with a single attachment. We do need, of course, the Choice Band in that regard, but definitely great for a single attachment, one-shotting one of the most popular GXs in the format. So it's indeed crazy powerful, so be sure to run at least 4 double Colorless energies if you want to go with that early on pressure with that first attack. But if you want to play differently, you can also make use of like 4 Max Elixers in your deck and a bunch of fighting energies. That way you can just make sure that you can just get that Max Elixir off and also get that first attack going as quickly as possible. So that's also an option. But with double Colorless energies, I think it's a little bit better. Now that we know the first attack, let's look at other attacks. Its second attack, Lance Rat, deals a flat 130 damage, but for 2 fighting energies and a double Colorless energy. So that is kind of overpriced in my opinion, since Tapu Koko GX deals 130 damage for 3 attachments. So in this regard, you can also have 3 attachments if you have a DCE and 2 fighting, but that's a little bit overpriced. But the amount of damage definitely is amazing, since we can perfectly one-shot Greninjas, even if they use Shadow Stitching. We don't need the ability of Diancie Prism here, so that is indeed perfect. Also, Volcanion, the baby Volcanion, will go down rather quickly. And come to think of it, if we have Diancie Prism on the bench and we have a Choice Band equipped, we deal 180 damage to GXs, so that at least is powerful. Think about Tapu Bulu GX going down in one shot, Drampa GX, and of course Tapu Lele GX. So the damage output is looking very fine. Also, if we happen to have a strong energy attached, let's say we don't have a bunch of basic fightings thanks to that first attack, let's say we can just manage to get a strong energy equipped thanks to maybe just attaching it on the turn after that, we can deal 200 damage with that Lance Rat attack if we have all those things in play. So fighting definitely is gonna put a lot of pressure on the opponent, and 200 damage one-shots things like Sylveon. What else is on the list here? All the evolutions just generally get one-shotted, so that is awesome. And lastly, the same attack cost is for his GX move, Judgment GX, which deals 150 damage and has the crazy good side effect that this Pokemon cannot take any damage from EX and GX Pokemon during your opponent's next turn. Wow, how wonderful is that? The meta decks nowadays are filled with GX cards. Let's say that we use this attack and that almost nothing can hit us, which is amazing. Things like Golisopod GX, not gonna hit us. Lucario GX, not gonna hit us. Zoroark GX, not gonna happen. Buzzwole GX, oh sorry, you are a GX, you cannot attack us. Lycanroc GX, Gardevoir GX, and a bunch of GXs see a lot of play, but we will be invincible and they will not be able to hit us. And remember, now we have our damage boosting cards. That's right. We can go overboard with this attack, get a Choice Band equipped, Diancie Prism on the bench, Regirock EX on the field, and we deal 210 damage. And in my book, dealing 210 damage and becoming invincible is just amazing. It's superb. Yeah, if you think about it, oh, you only have 1 GX move per game. Well, that is where you're totally wrong, because in the Forbidden Light set, we also get a supporter card in the form of Bonnie, which states you can only play this card if there's a stadium card in play. So in our case, we can just rely on Brooklet Hill, play a bunch of Brooklet Hills, or maybe Parallel City is also one of the more used stadium cards, or maybe even Scorched Earth for consistency. You could all have options available to you, so definitely run a bunch of stadium cards. So what does Bunny do? Well, Bunny is a supporter card that you have to discard your stadium card and play. And then it has this amazing effect that states, during this turn, even if you already used your GX move, your Zygarde GX may use its GX move once more. Holy macaroni, that is insane. Remember that crazy good GX move I talked about just a minute ago that makes Zygarde GX invincible for EX cards and GX cards? Well, now you can spam that GX move, and it's actually not that hard to pull off. Since we have Tapu Lele GX in the format, just use Wonder Tag, poof, you get out your Bonnie at the time where you need it, and off you go once again with your GX move. We've never seen anything like it before in the trading card game, and it will definitely prove itself worthy here, this combo with Bonnie and Zygarde GX spamming GX moves over and over again. So GX moves are no longer limited to one GX move per game because of Bonnie, but it only works with Zygarde GX, so at least it's a little bit limited. So now that we know that Zygarde GX, what it's all about, what will we pair it with? Well, we can have a lot of options available to us. Let's just put a draw engine in our deck first, otherwise we just fizzle out in the late game. We can choose between Zoroark GX or Octillery. You could also go for Oranguru in that case, but I do think those two are a little bit better in my opinion. Octillery is easy to get out early game because you can get out your Remoraid thanks to Brooklyn Hill. Zoroark GX on the other hand can pack quite a punch with of course the Righteous Beating, and it could become your secondary attacker at some point in the game. As we all know, Trade is still a very popular and great ability. It's a powerful draw engine, so the choice is pretty much up to you. If you want to have some extra backup power, then Zoroark GX is your choice, but be aware that a lot of people will be playing fighting types when the Forbidden Light side is out, so maybe your Zoroark GXs might just hurt you more than they help you. That again, Octillery only gives up one prize card, so the choice is up to you, but definitely run one of these draw engines, maybe a 2-2 line, maybe more. Now I'm gonna talk about some more raw partners, so the Pokemon that can attack, but don't try to run all of them in the same deck. These are just a little, it's a little list that I'm gonna give you guys to just let your mind go wild with ideas. Okay, first up, Boswell GX. This is definitely an inclusion in almost every fighting deck because Chat Punch, 30 on the active, 30 on the bench is definitely great. It also one-shots Zoroark quite easily, and it could be the damage spread that you need in order for Zygarde GX to have easier one-hit KOs. Then again, if you're running Max Elixir, definitely include Boswell GX because it does have Absorption GX at your disposal. And of course, the other attack that it has, 160 damage, a Knuckle Impact. Okay, Regirock GX on the other hand is a sweet partner since it comes with a great ability, Bloodthirsty Eyes. And that dangerous Rogue GX, his GX move most of the time will have a one-hit KO because everybody is benching their bench and completely full. Think about first turn Bridget, etc. In that case, it's also awesome. You can use Regirock GX's GX move with Dangerous Rogue GX. Then you can use Bonnie the next turn and maybe even try out Zygarde GX's GX move, for example. So you have a lot of GX moves at your disposal here because of Bonnie. You can use multiple ones. But remember, only Bonnie will work with Zygarde GX's GX move. Also, if you're running Regirock Zygarde GX, be sure you are running something to get rid of Gallipods because you are completely weak against grass. So definitely tag something in your deck in order to have a better time against those. Otherwise, your deck is completely weak against grass, so a better choice might be running Boswell or something else with fighting. Think about Lucario GX, another one of those fun, strong fighting type Pokemon with the capability of one-shotting Tapu Lele GXs for a single strong energy and a choice band. This might be your late game win condition partner right here. So you can just early game set up with Zygarde, get a couple of KOs, and just come out of nowhere with a Lucario and a Guzma on the Tapu Lele GX, and boom, you win the game. So Lucario GX is always been great ever since its release, and also it comes with a great GX move. You know, as always, I'll be creating deck lists for all of these new fighting type decks as soon as the Forbidden Light set is officially out, so be on the lookout for that. And that pretty much wraps it up. Fighting types are, straightforward here. Pure power, and this comes very differently than other fighting type decks here with Zygarde GX, an inclusion into the fighting type meta game here because it has a GX move that it can spam to become invincible, so it relies on staying alive turn after turn by spamming Bonnie and its GX move. Just remember that the opponent can always Guzma around your Zygarde GX, and they might have some powerful non-EX or GX attackers that can pack a punch on your Zygarde GX, so they might just try attacking with Oranguru out of nowhere or other Pokemon that are not a GX or EX. So think about that for a sec. And also, a little thing you should know is that a lot of decks nowadays are running those pesky grass types. Think about the Tapu Bulu Vikavolt is still very popular, and of course Gallipods, so that is also a weakness it has. So that is pretty much wraps it up for the kind of weakness it has. But other than that, it's an amazing deck that you definitely should try out Zygarde GX and pair it with something you like. If you enjoyed another episode on my channel, be sure to demolish the like button since that always helps out the channel a lot, and I do appreciate it. And if you want to learn more about other GX cards I already covered, Ultra Necrozma GX from Forbidden Hidden Light, and also Greninja GX. So if you want to keep up to date with all the new GX cards and what combo cards you can use with them, definitely check out those videos. They will be on the end screen of this video as well, and also in the description below. And that pretty much wraps it up once again. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I wish you all a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you guys shortly with more Pokemon TCG content. I'm out. Peace.